Hi guys, I'm Lynette, aka London Makeup Artistry, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thanks for coming by and I hope you stay a while. And if you're not new here, thank you very much for coming back. If you see anything you like in this video, hit that like button, consider subscribing. I put up a new video every week. Today we're going to be taking a first look at the Sigma Ultimate Copper Eye Brush Set. And it looks like this. And if you'd like to know how I saved $42 off of this set, then stay tuned because I'm going to talk about that a little later on. Okay? Alright, so if you've been to my channel before, you know I use Sigma brushes. If you've seen any of my makeup tutorials, you know that I use specifically one brush in particular, probably in every makeup look, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. And so I'm not new to Sigma. Actually, my very first brush set was from Sigma years ago. I want to say probably 8 to 10 years ago, like long before I got into makeup the way that I am now. I bought my very first brush set and it was from Sigma, and I believe it was the Essentials brush set, and I'm pretty sure they still sell that set today. And every brush in that set I still have and I still use. I mean, you're gonna pay a little more money because, let's keep it real, they're expensive. Okay, they're expensive brushes, but they're good quality brushes and you don't hear too much about them. I think early on, probably in YouTube, you probably heard a lot about Sigma brushes, and now you hear a lot about Morphe brushes. Nobody really talks about Sigma brushes anymore, but Sigma brushes are still of good quality. You're gonna pay a little bit more, but I think, you know, for the quality that you're getting, I don't want to say it's a fair price because I think all these makeup prices are ridiculous, but if you're gonna pay a little bit more, I think their quality warrants a little more money. And I think I bought one Sigma brush at full price, and that was the F23. It's a contour brush, but all my other brushes I buy at a discount. Okay, we like what on this channel? Say it with me, a discount. So, and Sigma now, it seems like nowadays they have sales a lot, so I'm sure at some point you can catch a sale and pick up some brushes. Nowadays there's a lot of more affordable options in terms of brushes that also offer good quality. Real Techniques, Morphe makes some good brushes. Not every brush is great, but you know, that's with every brand, I would imagine. Sonia Kashuk makes some good brushes. Not all of her brushes. I've had some experiences with one of her brush sets. We won't go there, but so nowadays you can pay less money than you'll shell out for Sigma brushes and still get you can still get fairly good quality. But I think it's always a good idea to invest in some good brushes, and I own all of those brands I just mentioned. I shop for less expensive options as well, but I always stick with Sigma because, like I said, I've had these brushes probably 8 to 10 years and they're still in the same condition as when I purchased them. So that's my little spiel about brushes. All right, so finally let's get to this brush set here. So when I bought this brush, I didn't even have to, here it is again. I didn't even have to think about it. It was a no-brainer for me. I saw it online. You get 13 brushes in this set, and I'm gonna show them all to you. There are a few of my 18 brushes are included in this set. And then there's some brushes in here that I've never used or seen, which doesn't mean they're new to Sigma, but I've just never seen them before, that looked interesting to me. So it really, I didn't have to give it any thought. When it came out, it wasn't a matter of if I was gonna buy it, it was when I was gonna buy it. So I bought it soon after it came out. So these are the brushes. I just took them all out. These are the brushes, and see, they're still in the plastic because I was waiting for you Telling you, I was waiting for you. I haven't taken them out the plastic yet. So let's read about these brushes, and I'm just gonna read the back of the box here. Every eye brush you'll ever need. Okay, Sigma. The Ultimate Copper Eye Brush Set boasts 13 professional quality eye brushes. Apply, blend, line, shade, conceal, highlight, and diffuse with any formula, creating unlimited looks. Each brush features exclusive Sigma-Tech synthetic fibers and glam copper-plated Sigma alloy ferrules for long-lasting antimicrobial tools that withstand use and brush care. 2-year warranty protected. And as it says, 13 brushes are included. The E10 Small Eyeliner Brush, the E20 Short Shader, E25 Blending, E30 Pencil, E35 Tapered Blending, E36 Blending, E37 All Over Blend, E39 Buff and Blend, E40 Tapered Blending, E45 Small Tapered Blending, and the E50 Large Fluff, the E55 Eye Shading, and the E65 Small Angle. Okay, that was a lot. But that's a lot of brushes, 13 brushes, and this brush set retails for $152. And I have my tablet here. I'm on the Sigma website. I've got the brush set up so we can talk about it, and I can give you adequate, accurate information. Okay, so the brush retails as of today. It's at the regular price of $152, and Sigma says this set is a $218 value, which means if you were to buy all 13 of these brushes individually, it would cost you $218. But buying them in the set, you're automatically saving $66 because the set costs $152. And I know that sounds like a lot of money. And it is a lot of money. Okay, I agree with you. It is a lot of money. But for the 13 brushes, if you divide the $152 by the number of brushes you get, which is 13, you come up with roughly $11 and change per brush that you're going to be paying. So I think that's a good savings, because the E40 brush, for example, which is, and I have one right here because I just did an eyeshadow tutorial. And as always, I used my E40 brush. This is the E40. And this brush retails, I believe, for $17 on the Sigma website. So already you're getting it for like $11 buying it in the set. So you're saving more than 20% off buying a set. So buying brush sets, I think, are always a good idea, especially if you're just starting out, because you're able to get the brushes at a discount. I mean, once you start collecting, you know, brushes and knowing what brushes you like, you probably will buy less sets and more individual brushes. So let's get into these brushes. All right, and I'm going to be reading from the site. Oh, additionally, it's a free 2-year warranty on the brushes. They're cruelty free, and they include the exclusive Sigma-Tech fibers, which is what it said on the box. And looking at the brushes, we can see they have black handles and copper ferrules and copper writing. Some of them have white bristles, and a couple of them have the brown bristles, colored bristles, and then some of them have the black bristles. So, but they're beautiful. They're beautiful brushes. First brush we're going to talk about is the E10 Small Eyeliner Brush. And Sigma, I'm reading off the site here, Sigma says to use this with gel or liquid liners. And this is what it looks like. And as you can see, it's got long bristles and very thin and pointed, and that's exactly what you want in an eyeliner brush. Now the next brush up is the E20, the Short Shader. And Sigma says, apply color onto small areas of the eye, such as the outer eyelid, also used to smudge the lower lash line. The E20 Short Shader brush, and this is what it looks like. And you see it's got those short bristles. Now this is one of the brushes that intrigued, well, I wouldn't say intrigued me, excited me, because this looks like it'd be perfect for doing the eyeliner, smudging the eyeliner, or applying the eyeliner and blending it on the lower lash line. So I don't own a smudger brush like this at all. So very excited to use this brush. Okay, so that was the E20. Next up is the E25 Blending. Blend colors together onto the lid with added control. This is the E25. With added control, buff out harsh lines for a well-blended effect. E25 is one of my jams, okay? This is one of my jams. It's a flatter, it's a little flat. I don't know if you can see it, but see, it's a little flat, and because it's a flatter brush, you can get into that crease and blend shadows a little more precisely. Not so much diffusing it or for any blown out look. This is for more crease work and for more delicate, maybe pointed eyeshadow blending. So I was going to say I used one today, but I didn't. I had it all ready to go, but I didn't use it. But yeah, the E25 is in my starting lineup of makeup brushes still. Next up is the E30 Pencil Brush, and it looks like this. And Sigma says, soften pencil liners along the top and bottom lash lines, add shadows to line the eyes, or use to highlight inner corner of eyes. And I actually used this brush today for the look that I did today. So yeah, I like the Sigma pencil brush, and I use it for exactly what it says, to blend shadows on the lower lash line, and today I used it to apply shadow into the inner corner. So part of the 18. Next up is the E35 Tapered Blending. This is what it looks like. According to Sigma, using just the tip of the brush to pick up color, apply product directly onto the crease and sweep through. Effect is blended but defined. So as you can see, this brush is fluffy on the ends and more tapered near the ferrule. And this is a brush that I recently purchased. It was part of my haul at iMats, so I'm going to link that iMats video up there. I know y'all tired of that video, but so I think I've used this once, and you know, you just dip it into your pan on the top as Sigma suggests, and then you can use it for blending shadows in the crease, for above the crease, giving you a more diffused look. You can even place shadows on the outer V area and blend. So it's a nice brush. It's a nice brush, and I'm happy to include it into my collection as well as into my lineup. All right, so next up, let me get my screen back here, is the E36 Blending Brush. This is what it looks like. Blend powder products onto small areas of the eye. So as you can see, this is a very small tapered blending brush. Fluffy, very much like the E35 we just saw, but a lot smaller and more tapered, and it's for smaller areas. I don't have this in my collection. I've never used this brush before, so I'm interested to try it. And I could definitely see you putting shadows on that inner corner, maybe blending out around that outer V. You know, Sigma and a lot of these companies, they may have the intended purpose on the brush, or, you know, suggest what the brush is for, what they made the brush for, but you can use any brush for anything that you want to use it for. So I'm looking forward to trying that brush out. Next up is the E37 All Over Blend, and it looks like this. And Sigma says this is best for going over your entire lid to blend any harsh lines when mixing more than one shade. So this was one of the brushes that interested me when I saw this set. I don't own it, and it looked to me like it would be good for blending in the crease area if you want a really blown out look. If you have maybe some colors that are difficult to blend out, it's soft. They're all soft, by the way. They're all soft. So it's thick, but it's kind of dense. So you'd be able to, if you have shadows that are difficult to blend out, you'd be able to blend this out. This says using all over the lid. You could use it all over the lid. I think I would probably use it in my crease and above my crease, or right under my eyebrow to apply. If you want to clean up under the brow, whether it be with concealer or a shadow, or like I like to use matte eyeshadows as my underbrow highlight. So I can see myself using this brush for that. So I'm looking forward to using that brush. Next up is the E39 Buff and Blend brush. And Sigma says this is best for blending of smaller areas for a precise finish. And this is another one of these brushes that interested me when I saw it in the on the website. And this is kind of like a big bullet brush, if you ask me. Not tapered at the end. It's kind of like a smaller version of the brush we just looked at, the E37. And so again, this looks like this brush would be good for crease work, for blending out shadows in the crease, for applying and blending out shadows on the outer V. You could use the shadows up here in the inner part. I mean, I think this is a very versatile brush, and I will probably use it in the crease and on my outer V to place and blend shadows. So welcome to the family. Okay, next up is the E40 Tapered Blending Brush. We're gonna talk about this brush in a minute. This is what it looks like. Sigma says it's using just a tip to apply color, sweep back and forth through the crease for a diffused and blended finish. Okay, so can we talk? This here, you know, in sports teams, football team, for example, you have a starting lineup. This is in my starting lineup. And football, you have a quarterback. This would be my quarterback. It runs the plays. The quarterback runs the plays. It runs the offense. This baby here, this baby right here runs the show. This is my star, okay? This is the star on my team of makeup brushes. All right, now this brush, and I know it's iconic. It's a legend. It's an icon. I know you heard about this brush on YouTube. I know you've been hearing about it for years. It's so hyped. Believe the hype, okay? Everything said about it is true. If you get no other, if they had to take all my brushes away and I could only keep one brush for my eyeshadow, one brush, it would be this brush right here. I use this brush above my crease and in my crease. You want to blend out your shadows. You want a diffuse look. You want to blow out those shadows up there in the crease and beyond. This is the brush. I mean, I don't want to go on and on about this brush. I know I just did, but this is my jam. Okay, so I picked up like 3 or 4 more of these brushes. So I have 4 or 5 of these brushes now. You can't ever have too many of them. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. E40. If you don't have one, get one. All right, so that's the E40. My love affair with the E40. And next up is the E45 Small Tapered Blending. And this is what this brush looks like. And Sigma says, picking up color with just the tip of the brush, apply intense colors to the crease to add depth and dimension to the eye. And that's what I use it for. I have this brush in my collection already. It's actually a more recently purchased brush. Oh no, actually this probably came in my original brush set. And I don't use it that often. I don't use pointed brushes like this very often. But I do use them. I do use them. And just like Sigma says, you put the color right on the tip here. And then you can go into the crease and do more precise and defined eyeshadow application and blending and placement. And also good for placing on that outer V, especially if you want to actually do a real like V with the eyeshadow. This is good for that. So nice to have in the collection. Next up, that was the E45. The next up is the E50 Large Fluff. Now, this is what this brush looks like. This was not a brush I was excited about when I saw it, because I'm like, what in the heck am I going to do with that brush? But Sigma says, apply highlighting shades onto the brow bone or upper cheekbone for a soft and blended finish. So Sigma is suggesting you can use this as a highlighting brush. And it's dense, like they're packed, the fibers are packed together kind of tightly. So I mean, I don't know if you could use it to place maybe your highlighter on your cheeks above, you know, on the high points of your cheek. But I don't know that I would use this brush to blend it out with. I could definitely, and probably this is how I will use this brush. All over the lid, I like to use a, you know, my LA Girl Pro Concealer, my Pro Concealer as an eye primer for my eyeshadows. So I could see myself applying the concealer and then using this brush to either smooth it out all over my eyelid, or I use a shadow to set the primer after I've put it all over the eyelid. And I'm more than likely, I'm going to use that brush to do that, to place the shadows all over my lid, and then to use it underneath my brow bone to place my brow highlighter, my highlighting color under the brow. So yeah, I'm going to get use out of this brush. You will be seeing it in future tutorials. The E50 Large Fluff. And he is a big boy. He's a big boy. Okay, hasn't missed any meals, that one. The E55 Eye Shading. This brush is not new to my lineup. Sigma says, place color across the entire lid for an even and strong application of product. I use this brush to put shadow on my eyelid, and I actually used one today. This is the one I used today, and I used this brush to pack shadows onto my eyelid. And you could use this to apply the shadow under your eyebrow. I'm happy to add another one to my collection. And last but not least is the E65 Small Angle brush, and it looks like this. And Sigma says, moves fluidly and easily across the upper and lower lash lines, used with gel, cream, or powder liners. So you see, I think I'm getting shiny because of these lights. These lights are bright and they're hot. So you see it's got the angle to it, and it's really good for applying shadows as your eyeliner or gel eyeliners. And the angle, if you want to do a cat eye, the angle helps with that. I don't know, I don't really like to use, I have this brush, I think I have a couple of these, matter of fact, probably got some for free maybe, and then one came in my initial brush set. But I don't really use small angle brushes to apply my eyeliner. When I use a gel eyeliner, I will use this type of brush, the pointed eyeliner brush, like the one we saw, the first brush that we saw, which was the E10. I use a brush like this. I don't know, I feel like it's just, I'm able to get a thinner wing at the end using a brush like this. This would probably be really helpful. I mean, I have used one like this before, and it does kind of help to get your wing started and to shape the wing and stuff. But yeah, I don't know, personal preference, I just prefer the thin eyeliner brushes. So that's it for this brush set. 13 beautiful brushes. They really are pretty. They're shining, the copper ferrules, black. They're beautiful brushes. They're really beautiful brushes, and I'm looking forward to using each and every one of them. Now, I told you that I would let you know how I was able to save $42 off of this $152 brush set. So what did I do, you ask? Well, I used two methods for getting $42 off this set. The first method was Ebates. I know you've heard about Ebates. Everybody and their mama on YouTube, in the YouTube beauty community, talks about Ebates, and it's for good reason. It's a good program. It's a shopping program that allows you to save money. And forever I would watch these vloggers, beauty vloggers, talk about Ebates. I'm like, I thought it was a scam. I don't know, maybe they're getting paid or kickbacks or something, I don't know. So I was like, okay, whatever. But I actually, one day I just tried it, because we know what I love, right? Say it with me, a discount. So I tried out the program, and you're not really getting a discount. You're getting money back. You're getting cash back when you shop Ebates. So you can go to the ebates.com. You can go to the website, sign up. It's free. As a makeup lover, it's great. Why not buy? You're gonna spend the money anyway. Why not get cash back, right? And you shop like you would normally do, and you check out and you pay, and then when you're done, you get an email from Ebates telling you how much cash back you received. And Sigma, I think, is normally like 4%. So I would get 4% cash back. And you get your cash back every 3 months, 4 times a year. Okay, so you get it quarterly. And you can get your money back one of two ways. You can get a big fat check, which is, and that's what they call it, a big fat check. It's really cute. You can get it as a check, which is how I get my cash back. Or if you have a PayPal account, they will deposit the money directly to your PayPal account, which is what I plan on doing. Now, it just so turns out that Ebates was having, which I did not know at the time, Ebates was having their 15th anniversary sale. So for participate, I don't know if it was for all the Ebates sites or particular ones, but Sigma apparently was one of them. Ebates was offering 15% cash back. So normally it would have been 4%. It was now 15% cash back. Cha-ching! So for shopping with Ebates during my purchase, I got 15% off this brush set. Now the 15% came off of the total price before tax, and I got free shipping, so there was no shipping, but before tax price. And I'm going to tell you what that price was in a minute, because in addition to using Ebates, I also went online. Before I go shopping and purchase anything online, I like to go and Google Sigma coupon, Kohl's coupon, Macy's coupon, and see what comes up. And so Retail Me Not is a coupon site that offers coupon codes, and so they were offering one. Now, not all the codes are always valid. Sometimes I've used a code and it's not valid. Okay, I tried it. Yes, I did. But this time it was, and I found a code for 15% off. So now I have the 15% off coupon code that I got from retailmenot.com. And then I got the 15 off from Ebates. So with the 15% off coupon code from Retail Me Not, I got $22 and change off the set, which brought it down to like $132 or $130 total price. Actually, I think it might have brought it down to $129, because then when I got off that price, after that 15% was taken off, $22 and change, then so yeah, it was like $129 and change. Then Ebates takes 15% off of that price, which came to $19 and change with my Ebates 15% off. So 15% cash back. So I paid the $129 plus tax on the Sigma website. But then I got back, actually, I think I got that back already. I did. I got back $19 and change from Ebates. So I ended up saving approximately $42 and change off of this brush set, which retails for $152. And so I purchased it for like $110. I think it came up to like, with tax, like $119 or something. So $152 down to $118, $119. I can get with that. Okay. Beautiful brush set. I'm going to use all of these brushes. You will, if you come back, and I hope that you will see these brushes in action. And if you would like for me to come back and do a review of this brush set, then leave me a comment below and I will do that. Okay, so that's it for today, guys. I want to thank you for joining me. If you stayed with me this long, I didn't mean for this to be a long video, but I have the gift of gab. What can I say? I hope you got some value out of this video today. And if you did, please hit the like button and consider subscribing so you can see more of this and a whole bunch of other stuff every week. All right, so thanks for joining me today. I hope to see you next week. Bye-bye.